Good morning everybody, this is Danny from Danny Design Studio, and this is the June class in a box, and this is all based on masculine cards. We have 5 projects. This video is doing the Slimline first project. Then we have a square card. That's the second project. And then the third project is this great fun fold, and if you open it, it's got a little rowing boat. It's so cute. So that is the third project. Then we're going to make a card, an envelope, sorry, to fit that project. And then last of all is like an explosion box type gift box, which the bottom section opens up. Let me show you. Open it up like that, and then it opens up. It's just folded and it comes like that. So it's big enough to and tall enough to hold a candle or little sweets or presents. It's great for a male or anybody really, but I've made it out of these papers. So we're going to do the first one. So that is the Slimline, and that is what this video, and they will come in different videos. So, and I'll show you firstly how to do this one. So when you purchase Class in a Box, you've got half a pack of papers, you've got several pieces of card, you've got white 12 by 12, and then what I've done is I've cut out the great 12 by 12 bit that has all different pictures on, and just for some time saving really on the day. And then in here you've got a little packet full of all your die cutting. So let us start. These are using the lovely Waterside papers, and then you've got the dies and the stamp set. This is an in-person class, so we're going to be using this, and it's very nice for Father's Day. It's nice for men in particular. So yeah, let's get started. We're using grey granite because that is one of the colours in the papers. So grey granite, and this is Secret C. Grey granite was 20 by 20, scored at 10 centimetres. This is 9 by 15, that's a layer. And then you've got this lovely piece that has lots of different pictures on there. So we're just going to cut this down because that's our first layer. So we're going to cut this down to, this is actually just over 15, so I'm going to cut a bit of the sky off to make it to 15. Oh, we want 14.5, don't we, actually, because our top layer was 15, so we want 14.5. And then it was by 9, so we want in total the width to be 8.5. So I'm just going to cut a little bit off there. I want this little seam to be central, and then if I can make it, yeah, I'll cut this off. So 9.5, like that. So that will go on my Secret C layer quite nicely. But first of all, I want to do some stamping. So I have mounted the grasses, some of the grasses, on some blocks, and what I'm going to use is Mossy Meadow. That is one of the colours in there. So I'm just going to add to this here to give it a different colour to this green. I think that's like a garden green, and then just lowering it, and maybe a bit on this side with a smaller one, and the next one is the birds. Just put some little birds in the sky, because that, just taking that bird, these two grasses from the Relaxing Waterside stamp set, and that is going to be done Secret Sea, and pop that in the sky, and then do another one that's in the distance. So that's often called first and second generation stamping. That's the first generation, and the other one is the second generation. So let me just find my stamping cleaner. Clean my stamps before I put them in another ink. Forget. So that can be used again. Okay, so this is ready now to go on my layer. So I'm going to get my bone folder over here. Just give that a nice crisp fold. Then layer this onto the top part of my card. So layering it more to the top area, making sure it's straight. And then this one, DSP comes on top. Just centralize it. There we go. So that is the first part. If you're looking at the original, I want to do this chair next. So in your dies are some beautiful looking chairs. So let me just, this is how it comes, and I'm just going to show you how to just get a bit of dimension on there. As you can see, I've already been doing some blending. So first of all, with this piece, that sort of tucks in there. So I'm just going to put some glue on here, and also some glue on here. So that bit is going to tuck into there, and glue there on the back of that, and then the back of the chair is just going to glue onto that section there. Then I've got this little wooden piece that I'd like to glue on as well. So I'm going to get glue all over my hands. This is when you need tweezers. Then that is going to go like that. So now I'm going to take my blending brush. This is pecan pie, this chair's been done in. So I'm going to take pecan pie, and I am going to do a little bit of blending onto there. So also in your pack, you should have a little anchor banner. Did I take it out? Remember to Did I take it out? I can't remember. These are my little bits. I might as well take these out that I've already cut. And I'll probably use those too for part of my card. I will have to use this one because the anchor banner I can't actually find, but this is the same size. If you can see from the paper, there's a little anchor on there, and then I put an anchor on the top. So, and I've just done a little bit of blending at the on here, just so that you can sort of gives it a little bit of depth. So I'm just going to show you how to do that. Rub a little bit off because it's too dark. I've just inked it up. So I'm going to do the chair first. I'm going to do it around the top and then in the middle, and then around the arms of the chair. It just gives it a little bit of a weathered look as well. I'm not sure whether you can see that. Just gives it a little bit of a weathered look. So I'm not going to ink it up again. I'm just going to do the sides of this just to give it a more oldish look, just very gently. And then that is done. Put that away. So, and then put that other piece of paper on the top, so you're not looking at a horrible mess. So that's our card. We want to glue on our chair. Now what I've done with this, if you look at the original, that is on dimensionals. The chair is actually flat. This is flat, and then this is raised up on dimensionals. So what we could do is do the little banner style first, because that takes a little while to dry. So I've got a little from the hole punch assortment, those 3 gorgeous little hole punches. I'm just taking the little small circular one, putting a little hole at the top, in the middle, and then taking from my packet, there should be a small bit of twine and a longer bit. The longer bit is for your box, so keep that aside, and then the smaller bit is for your bow. And so I halve it. You've got plenty here. Put the loop through there, through the hole, bring it through, and then get that loop, push the 2 pieces of twine through there. So you've got something like this, and then take that apart and put a little bow in there, and then adjust the little loops to your taste. As it's a smaller one, I'm just gonna make it smaller, and then there we go. So then that's too long, I'm just going to cut that, and then I like to do it so that one is shorter and longer than the other. So there we go, that's part of it. And then in your little packet you have got these gorgeous little anchors, metal anchors. You've got a couple. One goes on the box, one goes on this card. Now with this, the easiest thing to do is just glue. Just going to get my silicone mat and wet glue that. You need a strong glue, and doesn't matter which side, just dot that wet glue onto the anchor and then place it where you think it should go. Just going to do it there. And while that is drying, I'm going to finish this off. So put a bit of glue on here, and also a little life-saving thing. So pop that chair to one side, and then this goes flat as well. I'm going to pop that behind the arm, and then this can go that way. So I'm going to raise that up, and then you've got a sort of a lovely scene that creates a story, doesn't it? As you look at it, not everything is flat on the page, on the front of the card, but it's raised up. So while that's still drying, I've already cut the word relax from the stamp set, relax, and because I think that looks like a lovely relaxing scene, and then I'm just going to pop it there. Now, bearing in mind you've got one side raised and one side not, so I'm going to put a bit of wet glue on this side and a dimensional on this side, because that will be in line with what I've done here. So dimensional on that side, raise, wet glue on that side. So then the next step is I've raised this. This is sort of, I think, still a little bit wet. It's going to take longer because it's metal, but I'm going to go with it. Hopefully it doesn't move. You would obviously leave it a bit longer. Maybe it's something you do right at the very beginning. I will find my anchor, my anchored banner somewhere. I've obviously put it somewhere, I don't know where. So that's just going to go at the top here. I'm going to put it in line with the blue top and adjust it a little bit, and then that's the first card done, really. So with this one, what I've done inside is used the excess of the Secret Sea to give you a layer, and then the white as well. So that's just ½ centimetre smaller. So the blue will be 19.5 by 9, and then the white will be 9 by 19. Okay, so that is the first one done. See you shortly for the next one.